Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity news, reality TV, Jeff Lewis Live. How the heck are you? I hope you are having a life of luxury because, I've been busy. Man, you go from having 2 kids home to 4 kids home. More fun, but busy, 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 busy. Oh, my goodness. One of the college kids' cars is acting up. So, of course, we brought it to our mechanic. It's a 2020. It has 42,000 miles on it. It should be good. I mean, it should be good. And the check engine light came on. And we already fixed something about the air conditioner or something. And I'm like, dude, what is up with cars? Cars, houses, nothing lasts long anymore. Appliances. It's all a hunk of crap. Hey, Della, welcome. Made it to Alive from Calgary. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Michael Riley, good question. I did cook Monday night spaghetti, which I haven't made in months because I don't know why. I guess because me and Brian are just eating different and we weren't really wanting pasta. Nobody asked for pasta. If nobody asked for pasta spaghetti, I don't make it. And I did make that. And today for leftovers, I made me some extra, what was that flavor? It's chickpea pasta and it's so good. I'm telling you the difference the flavor is not 1,000% like pasta, but it is. I mean, if pasta is a 10, which pasta's not my thing as much. This chickpea pasta is a 9. So it's very close in the texture, the flavor, everything. But it's like 20 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber. I think the calories are less. I mean, it's crazy good. So many good vitamins and nutrients in there. So good. And then last night I did a crock pot that I had a mom duty. So my daughter had to finish part of it because it was chicken and dumplings in like an hour. So you cook it high for 4 hours, 4 minutes, 4 hours. And then she had to add the cut up, the sliced biscuits and the vegetables and then cook it for another hour. And by then I was home from my mom duty. So anyways, added it to the freezer because I needed like 4 different little personal sizes in the freezer because, just nobody's going to eat it all. It's a big old hunkin' container of it from the crock pot. So, you know what? I want to start doing that too. Tiva Tamba says, I love chickpeas. I put them on my salads. So I love chickpeas. I love hummus, but I always forget to add them to my salad. So maybe that'll become one of my ingredients that I add to my salads. One thing I'm loving right now, so many things, because I'm like mentally and physically and doing all the things, prepping. I picked up all my prescriptions for my, there's 4 different prescriptions for my upcoming surgery. Anyway, so picked all of that up. Prepping because tomorrow, as you heard yesterday, I will have a liquid diet only. So not looking excited to that. But I have been so excited about the tuna fish that I've been making, and I've posted the recipe. I'm using Greek yogurt, lemon juice, calls for parsley, but I never have parsley. Who the hell ever has parsley? Parsley is in every recipe, and I never even have it. And then I'm adding to that in my tuna salad a boiled egg and sliced almonds. They're so good. And red apple. So good. Oh my gosh. But adding chickpeas doesn't sound bad either. Teresa says, when is your surgery? So my surgery is this Friday. So Friday, May 16th. I have no idea how I'll be, but let's just assume there's going to be no live show because I cannot even imagine the pain I'm going to be in. I think I talked to a friend of mine that had ankle surgery a couple years ago. She's a nurse, and we used the same doctor. We just found out. Like, I didn't even know. She didn't realize that an orthopedic surgeon is who would also do bunion surgery. So she never recommended this doctor to me. We were just texting today and I said, oh my gosh, I finally switched. I switched to this doctor. She said, that's who did my ankle surgery. And I'm like, oh, so she had a great experience with him. And then I said, because it dawned on me to ask her, oh, should I get the nerve block or not? She said, yes. adamantly, she was like, yes, get the nerve block. So, it does help in the first 24 hours with the pain and everything. So I'll probably be sleeping a lot. So anyways, but between tomorrow, being on a liquid diet, we will go live, but don't talk about food tomorrow because I'll probably be hungry for darn sure. I think I can have it said sports drinks. So I don't think there's any restrictions on color. So I think I can have red Jello. It just has to be sugar free, it said. I've got peach sugar-free Jello. Any juices without pulp, which I don't have any juices. Maybe our orange juice is pulp free. So maybe I can sip on some orange juice throughout the day, but I can't have a protein shake because it's got milk in it. I mean, I never knew I was going to have to go, on that. I love Jello. Yeah, but I can't add. What I've been loving is sugar-free pudding, which I can't have, and then adding sugar-free whipped cream to it. Dana Marie, what surgery? Bunion surgery. So I'm having a bunion fix that's been here probably my whole adult life. Definitely I had it in my 20s because I was told when I was about to run the London Marathon in 1997 that when I went to the podiatrist about, I think it was an ingrown toenail. Oh, if you've never had an ingrown toenail cut off, that noise will stay with you till your grave. The clipping of an ingrown toenail. Oh, let's just say you will always remember it. Yeah, chicken soup broth. I do have a lot of broth. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do all that. I don't have any prune juice. Did I check farmers? What does that mean, Teresa? Don't give me one more thing to worry about. Did you check Farmer's Almanac before your surgery? What does that mean? Like the weather? I don't even know what that means. No, I did not. Should I have? Anyways, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you have never joined us live, I love getting comments. Tell us where you're from, what you think, all the things. If you're over on TikTok, please make sure to tap the screen. I would very much appreciate it. And obviously on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I would very much appreciate it. Let's get into comments. Care to comment on these alleged allegations from Zach Peter? Who is Zach Peter? That's so weird. No idea. Anyways, okay, let's get started. Okay, if you saw my video, you know that Rose from 90 Day Fiance is starting an OnlyFans. She is the one that was with No Neck Ed. They were not a good match. I mean, she was, now remember, this is 5, 6, 7 years ago. She was much younger, much cuter. She does have a little kid who's now probably a teenager. Anyways, they've since split up. Haven't really heard much from her because I don't think she has dated. I think she went to women. She didn't really stay in the 90 Day Fiance world like Ed did because Ed, of course, started dating the girl from the restaurant and then they almost got married but didn't get married. They moved to Arkansas. Then she's moved back to San Diego. So all the things, but it popped up on my TMZ that she's starting an OnlyFans. And I guess she had some family that took advantage of her or something. So that took some money from her. I guess everybody was reminding me that she had a vaping store or something. She said the laws in Malaysia changed. So then that affected her that affected her vaping store. So I guess she needs some money. So good for her. Do whatever you got to do. She just had a vaginal rejuvenation and she claims she's going to talk about that. I think she's going to show it. So if you want to see Rose's vag, pop on over to OnlyFans and see. Somebody let me know. Can you look up? I'm assuming you can, right? You can window shop on OnlyFans, I'm assuming, right? Somebody go to OnlyFans and let me know what Rose costs a month. Is that how you pay for OnlyFans? Remember when Kristen Tateman used to advertise the Only Feet or whatever it was called, and it was like a monthly thing? So anyways, let me know what her fee is, and I'm sure she will do extra stuff. It was very clear that she wanted to, why is my TikTok messing up? Oh, goodness. I guess probably because I said vaginal rejuvenation. Of course, my TikTok went off. TikTok is they're like a little baby. Like, seriously, they're so annoying. Corey, come shut my door, please. Love when my son walks in and then leaves the door open. Yes, violation, sexual activity and services. Oh, probably because I said OnlyFans also. That will get you in trouble over on TikTok. So stupid. I mean, you should be able to talk about it. Feet Finder, maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Anyways, Justin Bieber. So I've been worried about Justin, but it looks like something's going on. TMZ has done a deep dive, and Cassie, Diddy flipped over my kid Cudi relationship. Man, that thing is going crazy. Anyways, now they're saying that Justin Bieber he was saying that the fallout with him and Scooter Braun was over money. They had overpaid Scooter Braun money. Well, now they did a deep dive and they actually find out that Justin got like a $240 million advance on his concert tour. Now, this is what proves to you that people forget things, right? I had absolutely forgotten that he was on tour and like canceled all of his tour stuff. Oh, it's let me go live again now. Who knows? YouTube or TikTok. Now it let me go. I think. No, it says you're suspended until May 21st. Oh, good Lord. Maybe a week. Okay. So I might be suspended on TikTok unless they reverse the appeal. Oh, well, at least I don't have to worry about looking over at the TikTok comments now. Anyway, so if you came over from TikTok, welcome. Anyway, so it looks like he got that money and then he is supposed to pay it back to Scooter, and he only made like one payment. Then he hasn't made any more payments. So I don't know. Justin says he owes him money, that they overpaid him in commission or whatever. And, I think TMZ, the deep dive they did, they're apparently going to put on, I think they do their stuff on Tubi, is whatever that channel, is it an app? Is it a TV show? Whatever Tubi is, that's where TMZ tends to do their stuff. And they say that Justin Bieber owes him money. So anyways, yes, I know. Stoney says TikTok canceled you for saying OF, yet you can see so many lives where guys are J-O on their lives. I see it all the time. I know, right? It's like one time I put a picture of beer or a picture of a like liquor or something on my Instagram story, and I got kicked off of Instagram for like a month. I mean, from going live. And I was like, okay, what? So who knows? Oh, okay. Christina says Tubi is a free content app and lots of movies. Okay. So I think that's the one that, Tiba Tambo says Tubi is good and it's free. Do I have to log in? That's what once you log in and you're there, everything is good. Teresa said, wieners on TikTok? Like Jesus. Okay, The Valley. I mean, did you watch episode 5? I need to know in comments, who's the bigger douchebag, Jesse or Jax Taylor? Because Jesse was on Watch What Happens Live with Danny, two guys that did not age well on last night's episode at all. Like, they really got some bad publicity, if you will, and kind of not fessing up to it, if you will. But Jesse definitely thinks that Jax Taylor is the bigger douchebag. So I don't know. You did? You got bored? I shouldn't say that I didn't, because based on results, I did, because it took me like 2 hours to watch it. I kept stopping and starting and doing other stuff, going out to the kitchen, talking to the kids, whatever. Dana Maria says, I kind of got bored with The Valley last night. I mean, if it wasn't for the very end, I think a lot of it was kind of boring, right? The wine tasting, the car breaking down. Like, we couldn't have left the car breaking down on the editing room floor. You know what I mean? Oh, Lucy says Jesse is Jax in the making. Wow. I sort of don't disagree with that. Even though Jesse is like already in his mid-40s and still being a douchebag, but he's probably been a douchebag all along. We just didn't have him on reality TV like we had Jax Taylor. Welcome, Amanda. She says, I finally caught a live. Welcome. Get comfortable in comments. Thank you, Marla. She's number 43 on hitting the thumbs up. There's 140 people on here, so let's get to hitting that that thumbs up whenever you come here and on. It would be awesome. Oh, wow. You think? Oh, I'm so naive. Sarah says, let's see how long it is before Jesse's pasta proclivity is exposed. If you know, you know. The no word, just think DJ James Kennedy, right? Or not well, we think that too, but also Jax's thing. So I don't know. Yeah, Teresa says Jax and Jesse are very alike. I mean, I do not disagree with that at all. Although Jax is much harder to look at on the eyes. Like he just looks greasy. He always looks like, oh, you know what? I mean, Jax Taylor, aka previous Jason Couchy, whatever his legal name was, lots of allegations of the gay for pay situation for Jason Couchy, who is now Jax Taylor, when he lived in Florida and was modeling, right? Back in the day when he like really early on met Schwartz and Sandoval. Those rumors were definitely flipping around for sure. Oh, I know. Mary McFadden says, I can't imagine airing your dirty laundry on a TV show. It's so dark. It's very hard to watch. But you have to realize, like, even where did I see this advert? Andy Cohen somewhere, maybe on his Daddy Diaries podcast, I don't know, somewhere was interviewing someone that I didn't even know who she was, probably an actress, producer, somebody. And she was saying that Zach from the Valley used to be her assistant when he first moved from Kentucky to LA. And all he ever talked about was wanting to be a reality TV star. So now he is. So that really gave me some insight of like, yeah, you didn't just like stumble into this like, oh, I was best friends with Brittany Cartwright, and then I moved from California, from Kentucky, where we both grew up, to LA, and I just stumbled on the Valley because we're friends. No, his former boss was like, that's all he ever talked about was being famous from being on reality TV. So it kind of makes sense now, the things he's willing to say to get all the dirty laundry out there of other people and himself to keep the Valley going, right? Because that's his job now. Like, I don't even know. He doesn't even talk about what his job is outside of the Valley. So I don't even know what that is. Has anyone heard? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Tiva Tambo says, where's Mabu and K Kitty? They better not have something better to do than join us every day, right? Anyways, Dana Maria says he's a lush, it seems. Are you talking about Danny or Jesse? Like, I don't know, because both of them last night on the Valley, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, Amazing Race. I don't know. Nut Fam says, is Jesse gay for pay? One thing somebody sent me in a DM or commented on my video, I can't remember which, was asking about Jesse if he's out, if he's gay. And I said, well, I don't think he's gay, but he's the only one that can know that and ever, come out publicly with that or not. But I did think it was interesting and douchey that he would not answer the question on Watch What Happens Live last night when Andy Cohen kept saying, why did your friend send you money? Like, it doesn't matter if he's gay or not, but why would someone Venmo you or Zelle you, whatever it was, for your birthday? Like, you're in your 40s. Is somebody like sending you $20 to go buy a couple of beers? I mean, at this point, when you claim to have millions in the bank, or at least in the past you did, and you would go on all these trips with your, wife and daughter, had all this money and, clothes and all the things, I don't think for your birthday, some friend is going to like Venmo you money. And then he wouldn't even say how much money it was. I was like, well, I'm curious, like, how much money? Like, how rich is he? Why would it be money? Why wouldn't someone give a gift? It was kind of weird. Raquel says they all know that in order to keep the show going, they need to have storylines. So let's see how far the Valley would go before they start to recasting new people. I mean, even what did I see today? Was it Sheena Shea? Good Lord knows. I get Sheena Shea. Don't tell Sheena this. It was on Bravo TV. Because I remember I get Sheena Shea mixed up with Kristen Doty. Does any of y'all? I mean, I know neither one of them want to hear that, especially now that Kristen has gained a little weight. Where did I see? Oh, this is what it was. It was that TikTok trend. It's Kristen Doty going, I'm bored. Tell me your favorite Vanderpump Rules moment. I'm not talking about, it's not about the pasta. I want something so niche and specific. And I'm like, honey, Vanderpump Rules ship has sailed. You are not on it anymore. Like, why are you doing this? I mean, promote your podcast, do something like crazy. They're self-producing for sure. Yvonne Gal says, I haven't watched The Valley at all, but it sounds so produced. I definitely thought season 1 was super produced. Season 2 is obviously better because we are learning, obviously, that Michelle and Jesse are divorcing. You know, we're seeing all the downfall of Brittany and Jax. But it's also very dark. Like it's gruesome. Like Jesse and Michelle are really bad for each other. Like I can't believe they ever decided to have a kid. Oh my gosh, thank you, Kimberly, for the YouTube sticker of $20. Ooh, makes me feel like it's OnlyFans. Sarah, since distance prevents me from sending you a care package this May, buy a few Jellos. Hopefully I can make it to tomorrow's live. Thank you, Kimberly. I really appreciate it. That was sweet. Yeah, yes, exactly. Raquel says the guy chat is only a way for them to have storylines, because even that came up on Wells Fargo. Even that came up on Watch What Happens Live last night. You know, if they lied about it or not, if he was joking or not about her being a prostitute, or what's he calling her? Not a prostitute. He's calling her a, what do you call it when you go on a date? Escort. No, not an escort. Jeez Louise, what is he calling her? Why is someone saying don't show us your feet? Why would I show you my feet? I mean, although I don't mind. Heather says, don't show us your feet, Sarah. Well, I'll definitely show you it in a cast. I mean, hooker. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Ann. That's what he was calling her. And Kimberly J. Hooker. I mean, and she's like, I'm your daughter's mother. Like, why are you talking about like that to me? They did use, Libby says, Michelle said escort. They did use that word escort, which is kind of like, you know, paying to go on a date, whatever. So crazy. Yeah. Oh, Cecile says Heather's the comedian. She gets you every time. Yes. OnlyFans comment, Sarah. Oh, gotcha. Talking about OnlyFans. Okay. Kimberly J says Jesse is disgusting. Yeah. Anyways, okay. He gets drunk before they even go to the wine tasting. Michelle starts telling him, you know, how broke he is and he needs to be a hooker because he's so broke. I guess he spent all the money. And he's like, well, I did, but I spent all the money on trips and making memories. Well, what's it matter? Like, if you were spending money and you're not bringing in more income, like she claims, she says, look, excuse me, after I had the baby, Isabella, I stopped working so much to be with Isabella, but so did he. And we both can't stop working a lot. Like that's not how real estate works. You know what I mean? You got to keep working. It was so crazy. Raquel says Michelle is trying to get Jesse off the show so she can add her new man, but fans love Jesse and he's not going anywhere. I mean, and you know what? If this new man chose not to go to the to this, I mean, because you know, what's her face's geez Louise, Jasmine's wife, Melissa, she's not technically on the show, but yet she's Jasmine's wife, so she gets to go on the group trips and stuff. So I think if Michelle's boyfriend wanted to go on this trip, I feel like he could have. I feel like he doesn't want any of that drama. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm still sort of surprised that Luke wants all this drama. Like he's okay with it. You know, I didn't think that he would. Yeah, it was really bad. Michael Riley says, so glad I didn't watch The Valley. I just watched Watch What Happens Live. Yeah. I mean, they kind of went over it all. But what did you think that he wouldn't answer the question about how much money he gave him? I mean, I think, first of all, Andy's all about money. And then, of course, Jesse's like, if you want to Venmo me money for my birthday. And I was like, he's like, no, what? Like, you're not getting any money from me. Like, why would I give you any money? I don't disagree. I mean, it's almost like Tink saying on Watch What Happens Live the other day that she thinks Kelly Dodd should come back to TV. Unpopular opinion, but Kelly Dodd is good for TV. It's kind of like what Bethany Frankel was being interviewed the other day, and she pretty much said, look, I realize how polarizing I am, but because I'm polarizing, that makes people talk about me. And Bethany Frankel knows exactly. Oh, my light went out. I guess I need to charge my light. Boop, boop. My Patrican pole light. I have to charge it. Anyways, this is on my Amazon. If you ever want to get it, it's amazing on my Amazon store, my link tree. It clips onto any phone, any whatever, and it truly does make pictures so good. But now I'm all dark and look like I have dark circles under my eyes, and I don't. Oh, well. See, exactly. Kelly Dodd gets a reaction whenever I say her name. Della says, ugh, no Kelly Dodd. No to the Kelly, Michael Riley says. But she has a lot of fans. She really does. Oh, you know what? We haven't heard of Jen Shaw in a long time. Isn't she getting out of jail earlier? I think she's getting out before Thanksgiving now. Charlie says, Jen Shaw is great TV, but that doesn't mean I want her back. Did I think Jen Shaw was good TV? You know, I think she was better TV. I think everything that was going on with the drama in her real life, the sad, awful, disgusting, despicable stuff, illegal stuff that she was doing was actually more interesting than the life of like her and her boys and like trying to show a life that she didn't ever actually have, right? I don't think she had the money that she wants to show and live in it. Yes, I have backlight. I wonder if this would help. Does that help? Oh, that doesn't even help. See if I open my shutters to my, ooh, that makes it worse. Is that worse? Oh yeah, I think that looks better actually. Who knows? Y'all let me know. Oh, Mary says, how about Luke and his past girl, some Disney character? Yeah, wasn't his Little Mermaid? I mean, at least was Danny's? Whose was Jennifer Aniston? No, that's not who it was. That was the podcast. That was Jeff Lewis Live that I finally listened to this morning. When Sergio and Caroline Stanberry were talking about their past, and I think Sergio said Jennifer Anderson. I was like, me too. I mean, she's a girl, but me too. Tiva Tambo says Kelly Dodd can't stop talking about her getting fired, and she wants back on OC. She's admitting that now. I didn't know she's admitted that lately. I don't know. What is going on with her and David Yontef now and Poland Patrick? Like, it's so weird. Yes, Teresa says, I never want to see Jen Shaw on TV again. She destroyed the elderly. Yeah. You know what? We should hear from people, you know, that like, especially the kids, the adult kids of the elderly who knows that their parents were taken advantage of that way. And now they're probably having to help out their parents because they were bamboozled by this Jen Shaw marketing ploy or whatever she was doing and took their money. Crazy. I wonder how much people lost on average. Oh, Michael. Well, who isn't? I mean, I don't blame him for that, though. Michael Riley says Rick Leventhal is desperate to get those Bravo coins. I mean, you know, I'm desperate for Jeff Lewis to get the Bravo coins, and I don't know when that's going to happen. It's so, oh, he does? Oh my God, that's actually very painful. So Michael Riley says that Rick has gout. They weren't on today because of it. They're just two drunks. Wow. Wow. Christina says Kelly is toxic and a liability for Bravo. I don't know how she's any more toxic than like Teresa Giudice or a liability. I mean, Teresa's been in jail. I mean, I don't know. Yes, Teresa says, I wish that Jen Shaw would stay in jail forever. She deserves it. Yeah. Man, y'all are so anti-Rick and Kelly. I mean, I have always said, don't get me wrong, she is good TV. Like, she brings it. And just like Bethany Frankel was saying is, you know, people realize that, you know, she's talked about a lot and everything she does is picked apart. And she's like, look, you got to be willing to do that if you're going to be making money off the way that she does. He does? Michael Riley says, eating on television, picking his teeth. He's gross. He's really like an old man. Well, don't bring old men into this just because Rick Leventhal is doing it. Dana Maria says, I watched Daily Smash. I can't help it. I mean, there's a lot of people. They have a lot of fans. I mean, clearly they get a lot of on YouTube. So they didn't have a show at all today. He's got to be really feeling bad because I feel like Rick is very professional and he realizes, look, this at least keeps our name out there. It gives us whatever. I mean, obviously we feel like he was trying to do this YouTube show that would hopefully grow into a different show or a better whatever. I can't find it. Rick and Kelly Daily Smash. There it is. Let's see. They've got almost 49,000 subscribers now, so that's good. Yeah, they get 10,000 views a day or more. 10,000, 12,000, 18,000 from 3 weeks ago, 46,000. They got one. Oh, when they recapped Beverly Hills. Those views get a lot. See, I guess people want to hear her rip apart people. So their recaps get much bigger views than their regular shows. I think so. That's what I'm looking at on here. I don't know. Maybe YouTube is showing me a different whatever, but anyways, very interesting. That's true. PJ says, I wonder if he'll be on Newsmax too tonight. I have no idea. Is he on there every night? And is it just news? Does he interview people? Like, what is it? Teresa says, I like Kelly only when she abolishes the other awful housewives. But see, I don't like when she totally picks apart people's kids that have nothing, in my opinion, to do with the show. Like, I don't think it was their decision necessarily. I mean, maybe it's their decision, but they're also kids and teenagers. Like when she comes at and, transitioning kids and comes at, kids and stuff and Heather Dubrow's kids in particular. Anyways, Dana Maria says, I don't really know, but they're just back and forth calling each other names. Kelly relentlessly goes after him. Oh, are you talking about David Yontef? Yeah, there's definitely some craziness going on there. Michael Riley says, I'm up so early in the morning with the dog, Charlie. It's the only thing that's really on, so that's why I turned it on. That's really the reason. Oh, that's why he watches. And he is really good about letting me know if it's something really good to watch, and he'll let me know a timestamp. So thank you for that, Michael Riley. Thank you for all the chumps that give me all the stuff because I can't watch and listen to everything, right? And more than ever, this week has been super busy with now we have 4 kids home and you think, oh, well, but no, we're hanging out with them more. So it's 4 kids to hang out with instead of 2, to cook for, to talk to ask, see their friends. One of them's car's messed up. So taking that to the dealership, all the things, just it's a lot. So I can't watch and listen to everything. So I really appreciate when y'all give me the inside scoop on stuff or tell me what time stamp to listen to something. So Popper says, I'm only here for kinder and gentler. I can't with the crazy negative stuff. I do have strong opinions, though. I love a strong opinion, though. Yes. I mean, life is short. Why come at people? Like, we can all have opinions about shows and stuff, but there's no reason for people to be all nasty and stuff. T with Tampa says David is taking legal action. Yeah, and I talked about this the other day when someone told me he is an attorney. I don't know if he's practicing, but he at least has a law degree, I think. PJ says, keep your children busy. It's bad out there. I don't know what that means. Jeff, you're the only one who does it. Sarah says, Jeff Lewis Live is your priority, Sarah. You're the only one who does it. Yeah. Anyways, okay, let's finish up with the Valley. And then speaking of Jeff Lewis Live, we will get into today's show with Chaz Dean, Todd Lewis, Crystal Minkoff, and MJ. So Danny gets to the wine tasting late and starts immediately drinking. Like the fact that his name is Danny instead of Dan as a grown-ass man, he looks like he's 14. He's married to a USA, Miss America or something. They've got 3 beautiful kids. We know in real time now they're pregnant with their 4th kid. They're just like so Pollyanna, mom and dad, boy and girl next door, look. So to see him come in and just start slamming the wine, knowing now that Jasmine and Melissa has said that last season he like touched them inappropriately or said some inappropriate things like go get daddy a beer or something. And I'm like, ew. Like, I get that, you're drunk and some will claim they can't be held accountable for the things they say when they're drunk, or, oh, I didn't mean that. I would have never said that if I was drunk. Some might argue, like Jeff has said, that alcohol is the truth serum and you actually, a drunk man's words or a sober man's thoughts. So, yeah, perfect couple and perfect couple, Danny and Nia. I mean, who knows? Honey May, you were cutting your grass. Thanks for joining us. She does. Oh, that's interesting. Dana Maria says Nia calls him Daniel. I've noticed. I have not noticed that. Actually, but thanks for telling me. That's interesting. Wait, what? Tiva Tampa says, I give David Yontef a hard time. Friendly, though, because he's crushing on Chef Stu. Can you imagine if David Yontef and Chef Stu started dating? Oh, I wouldn't hate that. Think there's anything there? I don't know. Yvonne Gal says, I like listening to him. It seems like he fits have inside knowledge, but I love that he calls Teresa an animal. Yes, Dee, let's talk about it. She says, I feel like Nia is hiding Danny's drinking issues. It may not be a daily issue, but just a binge drinker. So is he just a guy, just a dad, with the balls hanging out like, woo, we don't have 3 little kids, I'm going to let it all hang out? Or is he a binge drinker? And he might have some other issues, because it definitely, on Watch What Happens Live, he was definitely like, he was just being snarky. I figure he wasn't really answering all the right questions, but also he's been an actor since he was a kid. So I think he's very used to putting on this public persona. And he even said, I think Nia said something about the dark side of Danny, right? Nia's all saying, oh, he's just sleep deprived. We don't have the kids. So he just got drunk and he was so tired. I mean, Andy definitely was holding him to the fire. He was also doing the same, asking questions of Jesse and Jesse. Neither one of them were really answering all the questions that we wanted to know. Is he dating anyone? Kim says, I think Chef Stu can get whoever he wants. He's got looks and he's funny and he can cook. Well, I agree. I think he's great. I think Chef Stu is a great catch for sure. Are they religious? Stoney says they always hide behind religion and perfect family photos. Yeah, I just think it's interesting. He was? Oh, I see. I forget I do remember him, I think, I don't remember him on iCarly. Maybe I do. I love spaghetti tacos on iCarly. Sherry says he was on Hannah Montana and iCarly. So, yeah. What? How was Andy when these kids were being bratty? Christina says. The kids meaning Jesse and Danny? I don't know. Oh, Sherry says, I'm wondering if Danny knew about the child abuse going on in his iCarly days, although he was 27. Because wasn't that guy what's his name? The guy that was in, did he get to prison? I don't think he ever did. I think he was a producer. The big guy, the big name, whatever his name was, the dude that was on all those Nickelodeon shows that documentary came out about, for sure. Yvonne Gal says he's got a lot of dirt on New Jersey, but he has names for most of them. Joe, the little guy, Gorga, Messy G, Teresa, the animal, Marge, the Sarge. It's so great talking about David Yontef. Check out his podcast at Behind the Velvet Rope. He does a lot of Bravo chat for sure. I think she was too. I think she's like a grown ass mom trying to get pregnant with her fourth kid with this little boy that I think she knows has issues. And the fact that he was showing those issues on the reality TV show that they're on, I don't think she was happy about that at all. I think she would much rather the perfect persona of them stay up, right? And you can only fake it for so long. At some point, your real self comes out. Dan Schneider, thank you, Sherry. That was the creepy writer producer. Yes, Dan Schneider's name is on every Nickelodeon show from like 10, 15 years ago. It's crazy. Watch that documentary if you haven't. There's Kay Kitty. Everyone was asking where you were earlier. You and Mayboo. Have we seen Mayboo yet? Well, if she watches on the replay, we miss you, Mayboo. All you regular OGs, we miss you. And I think there's a lot of you that just never comment. Get in the comments. There's Mayboo. Had she commented before? Somebody was asking where you were earlier. Mayboo says David Yontef is a bitchy and SO wants to be in with the housewives. Who's SO? Oh, so wants to be in with the housewives. Well, he's in with quite a few of them, right? He literally hangs out and has dinner with Countess Luann at least. Oh, Jolyn Carter says Stu and David Yontef. Hail to the no. Oh my goodness. Anyways, very interesting. Brittany gets mad at Nia at the end saying that she's not genuine. And I think a lot of people were, but that's where reality TV star Zach comes in and goes to Nia and says, hey, everyone is talking about you, just so you know. And she's like, everyone? She's like, yeah. She's like, and this is what they're saying, that you're not genuine. You're not sharing your life. And Brittany's over there going, look, I'm sharing awful things about my marriage and it's not good for me. It's not good for our son. And yet we're on a reality TV show. So I don't know why everyone else is just kind of showing what they want to show and not being honest. Right. So I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't mind that. Sarah says, I think we need a Real Housewives of the Hamptons. So how close is Rhode Island to the Hamptons? I know that's going to sound terrible, but I literally have no idea. Let me see if I can pull up a map. Rhode Island. Rhode Island makes me think of Rhode, whatever the makeup line is that Hailey Bieber has. And I'm like, okay, if her husband's in so much debt, why is he not paying? Okay, where's Rhode Island? Oh my God, Rhode Island's so tiny. Is Providence in Rhode Island? Where is Rhode Island? Rhode Island, there's an airport. Okay, there's Newport. I have no idea. No, I don't think it's close at all. Is it? I cannot even. No. Okay, never mind. Y'all up north, south, east. Y'all up northeast are going to be like, oh my God, Sarah, it is nowhere near that. Yeah, nowhere near at all. Cecile's back. Woot. A BLT. Y'all already had dinner? Wait, Jet, where do you live? It's only 3:44 here in Texas. For dinner earlier, I had a BLT and a chicken club. Wait, you what? You had a BLT and a chicken club sandwich and fries? Oh my God, those sound delicious. Only if you put mayonnaise on them. Yes. Oh, and lettuce. Providence is the capital roll. Okay, I did see that, but it was very far from New York, it looked like. Definitely. 190 miles? Okay, that's only about 3.5 hours, maybe. 3.5? Less than 4 hours for sure. I think I'm looking forward to Rhode Island. They haven't even filmed. Then they got to edit it. They got to introduce. I'm like, when is it going to be on? Like, already since we have, Dubai on pause, which is fine. New Jersey on pause. New York is recasting, whatever that means. Although, some of the New York people are being like, we're fine. What's her face? Jeanette. No, what's her name? Not Janelle. That's Sister Wives. What's the freaking girl's name that posted and we're like, we're fine. I'm like, you don't know that you're one of the new girls. We know Bravo was interviewing 10 new people. We don't know that you're coming back. Like, I wouldn't miss her at all. The one with the twins that her husband eats food for a living or Instagram, whatever. What is her name? Anyways, I don't even care about her. Salt Lake is done film. Oh, I kind of forgot Salt Lake was filming right now. I guess I only thought of OC. Ryan says Salt Lake is done filming as of a few days ago. So Salt Lake in Orange County might come out around the same time because they were both filming at the same time. I feel like OC and Salt Lake City are always on at the same time, or they overlap for sure. Chinese food sounds good too. Mike O'Reilly says, I want both those sandwiches and the fries. I just ate 2 egg rolls. So you asked about cooking earlier. I don't know what I'm having for dinner tonight or what anyone's going to have for dinner, but it's hard. Like one will go to her boyfriend's, one works sometimes. It's like we're all just trying to deal with all of our different schedules, like anyone with more than one kid, right? Okay, today Jeff Lewis was Chaz Dean and Todd Lewis back on the first ones. Chaz's assistant Jaron is gone. It almost sounded a little gossipy. It sounded like there was some reason, but Chaz was like, let's just leave it at that. I guess Jaron worked for him for a year and a half. He's the one that had the real pretty hair. It was natural. It wasn't colored. And he collected, I think, Little Mermaids, like some kind of mermaids. He collected like tons of them. And based on what they cost and how many he has, it sounds like he has money. So I'm assuming his partner might have money also. Anyways, but it was funny. Somebody wrote, probably Kian, probably last night, I don't know when, a job description to be Chaz's assistant. It was actually really funny. So I thought it was cute. But it sounds like he probably quit on him. I guess his partner got a job where he's going to be traveling a lot. So Jaron was like, well, we've got dogs. We both can't be traveling a lot, which I get. I mean, if your dogs are like your kids, then I think people adjust their jobs and their careers if financially possible, if they have kids. So I'm A-okay with that if he quit working. But hopefully there was no drama with Chaz Dean, because Chaz Dean has to be one of the nicest, most sincere chumps I've ever met. I mean, he's right up there with Poland Patrick, Doug Buden. I mean, he's right up there with all of them. I mean, so many of them are so nice, but he's really nice. Ariel. It's all Ariel. Is Ariel Little Mermaid? Isn't it? Isn't Little Mermaid, is Ariel her name? How do I have 5 children and can't say this absolutely for sure? Little Mermaid is the name of the movie, and Ariel is the redhead, right? Dana Maria says, yes, I follow Chaz Dean on I follow Jaron on Instagram. It's all Ariel. He probably doesn't appreciate Luke's hall pass comment. Luke's hall pass comment. Oh, Luke wanting to, you were throwing me with throwing the valley in there. Anyways. He says, Yvonne Gal, what are you talking about? Lord, certain people certainly fall out in the world of Bravo. Mabu said, yeah. Yvonne Gal says, that wonderful, beautiful man, just absolutely heartbreaking for his fans. I can't imagine his parents still FF through Robin's part. We're talking about Sister Wives in Garrison, I'm assuming. The awful tragedy of Garrison Brown. Yes, that was awful. Just every parent's absolute worst nightmare. And in that family, being whatever they call it, not a blended family, but not promiscuous. What's the word? Polyamorous, whatever the word is. They were all moms. They were all brothers and sisters to Garrison. So just awful on all of them. Jet says, I think Chaz Dean is amazing because he just has his own thing going, like his own full life, and doesn't need Jeff or Jeff Lewis live. So it's a courtesy when he comes on. Well, I definitely think, I mean, I had someone DM me just last night. I don't know when they DM me. I think it was a few days old. I'm still behind on my DMs. But they said, when is Chaz Dean coming on? I need my skincare. I need a code. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm literally listening going, Chasdeen, please give a code. But I do think they said a lot of stuff is 50% off. It's just not showing up on the website. It only shows up for the skincare polygamous. That's what it's called. Polygamous. Yes, polygamy. It's showing up once you put it in your cart. So yeah. Yeah. Heather says, I've always loved Chasdeen, and it's great that he doesn't let Jeff bulldozer him anymore. And I thought he was so like funny and laughing it off, all the jokes today about, his products and the hair color. I also thought that Chaz was being very honest about the haircuts and like, Jeff, just come to our salon. But I really think Jeff likes, sorry, I'm literally messing with my hair. I just washed it because I can't wash it tomorrow night. No. I read the directions. I can shampoo my hair tomorrow night. I don't think I can condition it, but I don't think I can wash it Friday morning. I need to read all my instructions very, very closely and make sure I'm doing everything right. Because apparently this body wash that you do for before surgery is like world round, like everyone does it. It's for antibacterial, so you don't get an infection or something. So I just thought they put yellow stuff on your body, like I don't wherever the surgery is at, like on my foot. So I had no idea, but I'm learning. Got to read it all. Yes, me too. Sherry says the flipping out fans fell in love with Chaz years ago. Sherry, were you with us? And forgive me for not remembering, but I've been to Chasdeen's 2 or 3 times, his studios. Were you with us one of the times? I don't think you were, but I honestly can't remember because one time it was kind of a much bigger group of us. One time it was three or four of us that went there, and Chasdeen is so incredibly nice. Like he gave us all a $75 candle. I mean, the other candle I bought was 40% off. He's very. What, you've never had to use this shampoo? Well, it's body wash and sponge. Della says weird for surgery. I've had surgeries and never had to do that. Everyone in my DMs is telling me that they did, and even all over the country, all over the world, they were telling me. Yes. Okay. Nurse M. Ooh, are you a nurse? Nurse says the wash is to lower the risk of incisional infection. Well, that sounds fancy. But why would I need that on my arm? Like, why does it matter? I mean, it was very clear, like, don't use anything else. It was so, yes. Kimberly J says, I had the antibacterial shower instructions too. I didn't get my hair done. We didn't even make appointments. I DM'd him and I said, hey, this is years ago. The first time I said, hey, we're going to be in LA. We would love to come and just see your studio. We would love to see the bungalows. We would love to see your the stuff that's for sale, like your candles and your products and stuff. Oh my gosh, the way they welcomed us with open arms. We hung out for hours. They were serving us this drink that they make, this green tea thing. I mean, homemade. They were so nice. Chasdeen was on TikTok and live. He was fluffing my hair for the picture. So none of us had a hair salon appointment. He just let us come hang out with us because he knew that I was a Jeff Lewis fan and, had promoted his stuff and all that stuff. Teresa says, can you recall how much it costs to have your hair done at Chaz's salon? Now, I know somebody that lives in the New York area. She comes on here a lot, so I'll let her decide if she wants to tell you or not, but I think she has said, oh, Topper. Topper says wash. It's my favorite when Sarah says wash. Wash. When I say wash, 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 wash. It's so hard to say. Wash, wash. Anyways, I'll let her decide if she wants to tell you, but I do know somebody that has gone to Chasdeen for hair and cut and color and stuff. So I think it's in the $400 to $500 range, but I'm not positive on that. And it might even tell you on the website. I'm not really sure. Yes, I think he definitely got famous on QVC. Teresa says, I knew Chasdeen first because of QVC. So, no, my kids make fun of me because they don't say it this way at all. Jet says, do your kids also say wash? No, they don't. Anne says, I am Southern is wash. Wash. Oh, Charlie says my grandma says wash too. There you go. There. Yes. Oh, it did. Sarah. Oh, Sarah, now you're making fun of me. My dang washing machine broke this week. That was a few weeks ago. Remember when it was leaking everywhere? Ugh, I put too much stuff in there. Oh, how funny. Libby says this morning on the Today Show, they had a little segment about the Southern accent going away. I adore your voice. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm 52. I'm not really sure my accent is going to change anytime soon, right? Like, I feel like even if I moved, which I can't imagine moving away from Texas, I don't feel like I would lose my accent after 52 years. Like, I even hear of like people that have been in the States from like Europe, for 20 years, and they don't get the Texas accent. They still have their British accent. So I don't know. You're so cute. Kimberly J is like, don't ever not say wash. Y'all are so funny. Damn, Washington. Y'all are funny. Oh, who is that? Mayfair says, my friend works at Richard Ward Hairdressers in Mayfair, works with all the celebrities, says the rudest is Carol Middleton, Princess Kate's mom, ignores everyone and looks down on them. Oh my. No sense in doing that, right? Oh, Teresa says, Libby, you would love my accent. It's definitely Southern, although I hate it. Well, you should come on and let us hear your accent soon. Okay, so one thing they talked about again, which they've talked about before, and it's kind of a, iffy subject, Todd joking about losing Pepper, like, quote, all the time, like Universal Studios while they were on vacation in Hawaii at the soccer field. I'm like, he's like, oh, no one's going to take her. And I'm like, I mean, it does happen. Like, there are weirdos in the world that do want to take advantage. And I love how social she is. But it's interesting that they choose to talk about that. He did talk about his main gig, I guess, Reputation MD. He said the chumps called to him all the time to get stuff. He can clear up Reddit. He can clear up the BBB. He can clear up, like, I guess if you've been in prison or jail, maybe you got arrested, he can get all that off the internet maybe. Is that what he's talking about? I don't know. So clearly I haven't done any of that, because if you look at the SFT snark page on Reddit, clearly I don't give a shit to call Todd, Lewis to clear all that crap up for me. I just let the nonsense go on. Jeff did read this a long letter that somebody sent to Andy Cohen. I think it was on Friday's show. And it was just scathing. I mean, lots of people don't listen to him. He doesn't listen to us. All he does is advertise the commercials. He just promotes his friends anymore. He doesn't care if anyone listens to the show. I mean, a big fat tattletale email to Andy Cohen, and then Andy Cohen's producer sent it over to Shane. So, they read the whole dang thing. But even Jeff was like, look, I've never said for people not to listen to my show. I've said every show is not going to be for everyone. So some people are going to love Michael Beck, and some people are not going to love Michael Beck, and some people are going to love Jody, Jody from, whatever her name is, Stephanie Tanner. And some people aren't going to like Jody. So anyways. Oh, Heather McDonald says it too. Oh, that's interesting that Jeff and them were saying it. I guess I have a daughter that's been reading or listening to the podcast and reading the book of the Let 'Em Girl. And what's her name? She's big. Margaret, somebody? Who's the Let 'Em Girl? Y'all are going to tell me in about 2 seconds. Jeff Lewis show have video again. I canceled after the video was removed. No, Shoes and Makeup Girl. No video still, and they've said it. So Dr. Donna says it, but Mel Robbins says it, but we now know someone from like the 40s said it a lot. So it's not a brand new thing. People claiming stuff. You know what I mean? Yes. Christina says Jameson asked for the letter because he knew that Jeff would like it. Yeah, for sure. But I agree. Jeff hasn't said, don't listen. He's said very clearly, and he's told me this, that a lot of his fans, the big joke is that The haters pay full price for SiriusXM. The true fans, like me, call once a year and get your fee lowered because you're not going to pay more for SiriusXM. So that's very true. I would definitely agree with that. Teased a lot about MJ and her selling a Poshmark. I still don't understand if it's all true and MJ has not denied it and we've seen her Poshmark. I don't get all that because the way Jeff came at me publicly, for reaching out to chumps that I had a relationship with. I'd either met them in person or we had DM'd or, I'd shared their Instagram stories. We'd had a DM relationship, things like that, to get marketing stuff for my live event. I don't know how it's not worse to have someone reselling your friend's products that she was probably assuming given for free. So it was kind of weird. Oh, that's a good price. Candace says, I called last week and got it for $7 a month now. Is that with the taxes and fees? Because that's actually cheaper than when I pay. So for 2 cars and the app, we get it for 16 something a month. I forget what it is, but for 2 cars. K Kitty says, OMG, so true. I demand a discount or the same price with Sirius at my renewal every year because I will not pay full price. But before it had gotten up to like 50 something a month, 52 a month for 2 of us. Now that was with Howard Stern. And it's just one of those things you just think, oh, I'm going to call Sirius. Oh, I'm going to call Sirius. And then you call and you get, Howard Stern taken off because you're not listening to it anymore. And then it goes down to 16 a month for 2 cars. Crazy. Oh, Shoe and Makeup Girl says MJ has something on Jeff because MJ has behaved badly as a friend to Jeff. Interesting. Well, and also he's like joking about her being like kind of unprofessional and not knowing anything about this condo that he was showing Shane. But if it was anyone else, he'd be upset about that. He'd be like, well, of course I don't give a shit about olive trees and when they went in. Like, I want to know, about the amenities. I mean, I'm not even a realtor. I haven't bought a house in 20 years, 19 years. But, if I were looking at a condo, yeah, you would think people are going to tell you, does it come with a pool? Does it have a door guy? I mean, I know all this stuff just from watching reality shows, right? So many people told me that. Yvonne Gal says, I canceled when they stopped the video. It's just not the same for me. So many people did that. 100? Is that for 1 car though? That's not a great price, is it? I pay $100 for 3 years. Oh, for 3 years on SiriusXM. It was such a great deal, but it's about to expire. Wow, that is actually a great deal, Teresa. Yeah. Dang. Michael Riley says, I put on Jeff Lewis at the pool and half the time I can't even hear it. Yeah, I can't listen unless I have AirPods in, but I don't do the pool and because I take notes and I'm always like loading the dishwasher or running an errand or taking a kid somewhere, taking a shower. So, I'm doing everything when I'm listening to Jeff Lewis live. You know what I mean? But it is harder to listen to 2 hours of content of Jeff Lewis. Like today, I haven't even listened to Andy Cohen live yet. And I love that hour of Andy Cohen live with John Hill. Sarah says, MJ gets away with more than any other chump of all time. Interesting. I don't know why she gets a pass. Interesting. Thank you, Heather, for reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up button. Mayboo says, think MJ is very unhappy, so Jeff feels sorry for her. It won't last, though. I don't know. I don't think she loves her boobs and areolas. Wow. Jet says $100 for 3 years is like $2.70 a month. Wow. Yeah, you got to watch that podcast with, speaking of their podcast, Heel to Feel, Doug Buden's going to be on it very soon. So that'll be an interesting one. They said he was very funny. Okay, on the second hour was Crystal Minkoff and MJ. Crystal wants so bad. She's like almost sounding like MJ. Like, we asked you to go to dinner and then 2 nights in a row, you were out to dinner with Cynthia Bailey and her boyfriend. And the next night you're asking them to go out to dinner. Like, what about us? I mean, Rob Minkoff might have, or Crystal might have more of a pull than Shane to get 2 more people added to a reservation of a busy restaurant. I mean, I don't know. Thank you, D Dot says, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it, D Dot. Thank you for the reminder. Well, but some people don't listen to it. Like I listen to other things on Sirius XM. Like if we're traveling and the regular radio station goes out, then I can listen to the 80s on 8. I listen to Radio Andy, obviously. I listen to John, what's his faces? John Mayer's web channel on channel 14. I listen to Hits One. My husband listens to Yacht Rock. Yeah, we listen to a lot of shows or channels, not shows, but on Sirius XM. So I don't know. Oh, Michael Riley says Crystal's starting to wear on everyone. She is coming on more than I thought she would. I thought even Crystal would kind of limit herself and kind of act busier. But if she's taking snacks home for her kids to, quote, feed her kids for the weekend from places, then I think she's cheaper than we thought. And I think that $500 is more not necessarily physically needed, but she just likes getting paid for the $500. I don't know. Whoa. Sherry says, I think MJ has some real estate dirty dealings info on Jeff. Wow. I mean, how much dirty dealings can you have? If someone does a deal, that's like people getting mad at people for scamming and lying on Big Brother shows. I'm like, it's Big Brother. Like, I get that you want someone to be honest and sweet, but those aren't the people that get farther. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Dana Maria says, do you listen to Dead & Co? John Mayer is in the band. Wait, you know what? I thought Dead & Co was the same as the Grateful Dead. Is it not? When Andy Cohen talks about Dead & Co, I thought that was the same. Oh, I totally thought. I didn't know that. Thank you, Charlie Charles, for reminding people to thumbs up this great content creator. Thank you. Okay, question. Who is Jeff talking about? So they talk about the very end of the show, putting in a price, a written offer on this condo that they had seen. And they keep talking about who would be their neighbor and who would be a better neighbor. And if it was Jameson or if it was Oscar and if they shared a backyard and if it was a duplex. Then they said they would rather have Alyssa as a neighbor. And then you hear someone say Alyssa and her cat. I'm like, Melissa lives in Pasadena. Did her house burn down in the fires? Or did it have, like, they didn't explain any of that. I'm like, I haven't heard anything about Alyssa, but that has to be the Alyssa they're talking about, right? Oh, it is the same? It's Dana Maria says it's the Grateful Dead after Jerry Garcia died. Oh, okay. So the Grateful Dead in Dead & Co is the same thing. But I didn't even know that John Mayer was in Dead & Co. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, it is the same, just without Jerry Garcia. You know, I remember when he passed away, and I remember thinking how sad Andy Cohen was. Anyways. Okay, so what is going on? Why would Alyssa be looking for a condo in West Hollywood unless she's just trying to move closer to work instead of living in Pasadena? And is that who they were talking about? That was weird. They also talk about, so I guess Jeff is going to fly to London for Tracy Tudor's birthday, her 50th birthday sometime this summer, and bring Monroe and bring Shane and bring a nanny. I'm like, that is crazy expensive. And he's not like besties with Tracy Tudor. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to, I don't know if he's doing it as a vacation, maybe he's not even going to do radio from London. Maybe he's legit going to take a week of vacation off, which wouldn't surprise me. I mean, as you know, Monroe is 8.5 years old. I mean, she is remembering vacations now. She wants more time. I don't know. Maybe he's actually going to take, 3 to 5 days off, So I don't know. Nobody's answering me about Alyssa, though. I'm assuming that's the one they're talking about. I love that. I want to go to London, Teresa says. I've never been. London? In 1997, no, I'd been to Mexico by then, but back then you didn't have to have a passport to fly into Mexico. Hey, Miss Lupo. Oh, he is here. I'm behind. I'm sorry. I'm the one who goes to see Chaz Dean. It is quite pricey. You're the one I was talking about. So I feel like it's in the $400 to $500 range, but I might be wrong. No, he absolutely does clients. He's on TikTok Live, or used to be, an Instagram Live all the time doing hair. Krista says, does Chaz actually still do clients or just lightly assist and guide his staff? No. He was cutting hair the whole time I've ever been there. Yeah, literally. And it sounds like even when they were talking about cooking kibbutz tomorrow night, it sounds like he was talking about finishing up, because he's like 5 o'clock. Like, I'm still working at 5 o'clock. Sound like he was trying to, finish up so he could go to the cooking kibbutz tomorrow night at Todd and Carrie's house. Anyways. Yeah, Dee says, I think it's a duplex and they would rather choose the adjoining neighbor than have a stranger. That might be a nightmare. I think they were talking about buying a condo and maybe rolling that into a duplex. In other words, making some money on it for a few years to afford a duplex. This is how I heard the show. I might have been wrong because I was also talking to the guy at the car dealership about my daughter's car. So I could be wrong. I heard it as if Shane was saying, buy the condo now and maybe we would make some money on it. Then we could buy a duplex and live in one half of the duplex and rent out the other duplex for income, which is super smart because then you get the location that you want. You know what I mean? Anyways, well, we are going to wrap it up. We went a little bit longer than normal, like we usually do. We've just been super chatty. Please make sure to hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're listening as a podcast, I would very much appreciate it if you shared it with your friends who love reality TV, Jeff Lewis, celebrity news. Scroll down and hit the 5-star rating and review. Really helps me a lot. I would very much appreciate that. Again, my foot surgery is this Friday. Probably we should all just assume I won't be going live. If I do, I understand if a lot of you can't join, because I really won't know until after I'm done with the surgery. And then I might be sleeping and not even be able to update anything anyways. But I will be live tomorrow. I'm assuming I'll be okay starting Monday, but we'll just have to see. I will tell you, it's getting harder and harder to listen to the 2 hours of Jeff Lewis live every day and go live. So I still love chatting with y'all, but just letting you know, with the surgery and everything, I'm not sure I'll be able to listen to 2 hours of content and go live. I think I'll go live, and y'all might have to tell me about Jeff Lewis, or I won't have taken notes. You know what I mean? So thank you for all the good thoughts and the prayers for me. I very much appreciate it. And see y'all tomorrow, Chumpettes. Bye, y'all.